So after getting the drive shaft back installed in the Cadillac, I thought, well, I'm just going to drive the old Cadillac to work in the morning, just for a test drive. You know, I know we took it out for a little test drive, but this is another test drive, you know, because I like driving it. But anyway, got about 2 miles down the road, it comes to bucking and sputtering, and I'm like, great, what's going on now? I must be running out of gas. The gas gauge doesn't work in it. I'm usually pretty good about going ahead and filling them up on the way home. So I was pretty sure I did that, but it felt like it was running out of gas. What it turned out being was, come in here and look at this. So I don't know if you remember from the past video where we did the revival on this car. I installed this service loop right here. You can see that. So I rebuilt the fuel pump and put a new fuel filter in, a factory one. It's got this sediment bulb here. And I put this service loop in here with this filter so that I could protect the factory fuel filter from all the debris that was obviously in the fuel tank because it had been sitting for decades and hadn't had any trouble up to now. But here's the fuel filter. This actually was the second one that I had put on. And I don't know if you can see this or not. Rattling around there. But the filter element has come loose. So all the debris in there went around the element and came out and went to the other fuel filter and plugged it up as well. So what we got to do is we got to pull this sediment bulb off. That's right up in here. If you can see that or not. It's right there. Just like an old tractor filter. So we got to pull that off of there and try to clean it out. I've got a new one ordered I can pick up today. But if I can get that one clean enough by washing it out that, you know, the car will be okay, I might drive it to pick up the new one. You can see I did replace this filter here with another one, and it's already full of garbage. Red fuel. That's rust red right there. So what I'm thinking is, when I had this back into the car up on jack stands so high, all that debris fell forward in the tank towards the pickup, and when I let it back down flat, a lot of it stayed there, and so it sucked it up there, got plugged up, fuel filter fell apart, plugged up the other fuel filter. Hopefully none of that got into the carburetor. I'm pretty sure some of it did. Carburetor seems to be working fine. We'll know for sure once we get this filter cleaned out. See if I can get up in here. There we go. I can get that bail out of the way. It's kind of nasty. Let's see if we can get this filter off here. Okay. scrummy. See if we can wash it out. Yeah, that filter's done. You know, I wasted a whole can of carburetor cleaner, a little bit of one that was almost empty, trying to clean that out. I sprayed in these little holes there and rolling it, trying to force that. A lot of it came out, but I'm just not going to put that back in there. I'm going to wait until 1 o'clock, pick up the new one, bring it back and put it in there. Back in action. So I'm pretty confident that none of the debris got to the carburetor, because if you look at this, the way it looks, you might not be able to see, but all the debris pretty much inside this center hole, these little holes, that's where the gas goes in. So the gas goes in there and then it filters out to the carburetor. And there really wasn't a whole lot. There was some staining on the outside of it, but not really any debris, the rust and stuff. So pretty confident we're okay on the carburetor. But here's the new filter. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. It's a Wix filter, just like this one was. Well, as you can see here, I have the new factory filter element installed, the Wix filter right there. And I went ahead and added a second aftermarket filter. So I have 3 stages of filtering of the fuel. Try to protect the fuel pump and the factory filter and the carburetor. So hopefully we're going to be able to eventually drag all this debris out of the tank and safely discard it before it gets into the carburetor. Right now, let's go ahead and fire this up and see what happens. Prime it a little bit just to make sure it pops off. It doesn't look like we're not full there yet, which is why we didn't keep running. So I'm going to prime it again. Okay, so I'm going to call this fuel filter issue resolved for now. We still got a test drive, get the car under a load. Just make sure that it doesn't hit some debris in the carburetor that might cause us some issues, but I don't think we're going to. I think we're good to go. Let's go for a ride. See how we did. I'm going to let her warm up just a little bit. So far, so good. Power steering pump's making a little bit of noise. Might be low on fluid. Who knows, man? You know, old girl's old. Got a few leaks. I got a few leaks myself. And I'm not near as old as this car. Let's see if we can get the old gate open. Oh, we got a baby deer. There's twins. Oh, they might be tripping. Aren't they just cute as a button? I don't know what happened to their mama. We saw the mama with them a couple days ago. I don't know if she got hit by a car or whatever, but they seem to be doing okay. They're running around. I see them eating grass, so a little bit early for them to be off of mama, be weaned, but I think they're going to make it. If they can just get through this summer without getting had by a coyote or something. Windshield wipers in the way. Now this car has an interesting transmission in it. It is a 4-speed Hydra-Matic. I thought it was a 3-speed because it really only shows 3 gears. It's got 2 dots for drive and an L for low. But I've noticed that it shifts 4 times. And I did a little bit of research on it, and it's a 4-speed Hydra-Matic, not a 3-speed. They make a distinct whining sound when they're in park. And it shifts through 1st and 2nd gear pretty much seamlessly. It goes into 3rd gear like a freight train. I guess that's just to get it moving. Apparently that's normal too. And then into 4th gear pretty much seamlessly. I'm not sure if it's an actual 4th gear or if it's a lockup converter. There's 2nd. There's 3rd. There's 4th. Anyway, fuel system seems to be doing okay so far. We'll get it out here. Hey, get over there, little buddy. We'll get out here a little bit and we'll try to get into the 4 barrels and see what happens. We'll go ahead and run it for a little bit, just enjoy it until we feel pretty comfortable that's all right, and then we'll try to get into the 4 barrels a little bit. Just kind of make sure all the systems are functioning properly. There could be some debris in the carburetor that got past all 3 of those fuel filters. I mean, not really likely, but it is possible. It doesn't take a whole lot to stop up these tiny passages in those carburetors, so something really small could have gotten through and done a little bit of wreak a little bit of havoc for us, but we're going to find out here in a second. We'll get out on the highway, get up cruising speed, dump it in the 4 barrels, see what happens. if you could hear that or not, but the 4-barrel sounded pretty good. It did kind of sputter and cut out on me. You know, you probably couldn't tell it, but it did get a little bit of sputter, but then it cleared up again. So might have had a little dirt in there and it sucked it on through. I don't know. We're going to do it again just to see what happens. You might be able to hear that roar of the 4-barrel a little better inside the car. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it's cutting out again. I'm taxing it pretty good. Side road, we'll head back towards the house, just in case. We don't want to get stranded on the highway. There's not any place to get out of the way. Kind of make a circle around. It's still running. That's good. Kind of acted like when it got up in that higher RPM, like it ran out of gas. Started backfiring a little bit. That tells me it's probably a little bit of dirt in the carburetor. Sounds good right there. 4th gear. Let's try her again. She got some pickup. Started cutting out again there at the top end though. Might just be, I don't know, asking for more fuel than I can get through 3 fuel filters. Might be asking for more than it can give it. Try it 2 or 3 more times. Get closer to home. Every time we do it, we're a little closer to home, so a little less distance that I gotta walk. Put it in Reebok mode, as they would say, to go get a truck and trailer. But probably would actually just call Miss Nikki and have her come pick me up, because it's like 90 degrees outside. I could stand for some walking. I could do a little bit of walking. Probably wouldn't hurt me at all. I don't think it runs good though. That 4-barrel sounds awesome. Maybe the first thing I'll do is try taking at least one of the extra fuel filters off, maybe another one, maybe take both of them off, just use the factory one. Try that again just to see. Might be starving it. I don't know. I'm gonna make another right up here. Try to flat-footed again, see what happens. Got some pickup though. Must be 325 horsepower. I believe it. Actually, pretty impressed. A car this heavy, get up and go like that. What that could be too is possibly those points, the spring could be weak in those points. So I never replaced the points. All I did was file them. It looked like they had been replaced, you know, how many decades ago this thing was sitting, but it didn't look old. The cap looked pretty new too. But I guess they could be, the spring could be weak. They could be bouncing. They could be a little bit out of adjustment. Plugs could be a little bit out of adjustment. Gap could be wrong. Well, we got plenty of octane. We're running a mixture of 90 and 93, which is plenty for 10.5 to 1. So it shouldn't be the octane. A couple things to look at. Get up here a little ways, stomp on it again. We'll rub a little turpentine on it. Rough it up with a corn cob, spray some turpentine on it. That'll make her run. That's what I hear anyway. Here to the old T. See nothing coming, not even a dog, not even a greyhound. Third. Transmission seems to work good. Fourth. That makes me happy. Deer and two more babies. This is a white ways from the house. They wouldn't be here already. There's some more. Lots of little youngin' deers around. I like Noah's Ark around here. Them ain't fireworks, them's backfiring from my tailpipes. It does good till it gets up there higher RPM. Oh, mama deer just jumped in the cornfield. We might just have too many fuel filters on here, folks. That could be the problem. We're gonna check it out. If I can get the gate to open. There we go. let's go out and look under the hood while it's running and see what our fuel filters look like. That one there looks real clean. That one there is not as clean. It's kind of stopped up actually. Got some debris in it. Kind of caked on the outside. That one there is real clean. That could be a problem right there. Why don't we go ahead and just pop that one filter off and see if we can get by with just one extra filter. We're going to want to put something here to soak up some of this gas. Ooh, look at all that. Shook loose. And that one vibrating around. I don't like that. We're going to replace that one too. I just happen to have one in the old glove box. And that one shook up like chocolate milk. I don't like that. There's a little bit of a spot right there that I'm not crazy about. Just go ahead and take care of that right now. Alright, let's fill it up. Getting a closer look at these filters, you can really see all the stuff in there. I mean, that one there is like chocolate milk. And that's the one you could see from the beginning. You could see before we ever took it off how clogged up it was. This one here actually didn't look that bad. But when I started shaking it around, trying to get it off the hose, it stirred up a lot of junk in that too. Might cut these open. Oh, look at that. That looks like pure rust. Look at that. Oh yeah, that thing was stopped up tighter than a drum. Let's do this other one. Oh, it's pretty much empty. Let's go ahead and cut them open and see what's up. Okay, you can see this one here was the one that was closest to the carburetor. You know, not too awful bad, but definitely had some stuff in it. This one here, the one closest to the tank, it is bad. It actually splattered me. I probably got stuff all over my face. Do I? Oh, I do? Okay. So anyway, yeah, this one, it's pretty bad. So that's a good way to tell what's going on. Now the filter that's on there now, we shouldn't have any trouble with it, but we'll change it again later. We keep a spare in the glove box just in case something happens. Come on, baby, don't die on me. Yeah, that looks nice and clean. Real nice. Alright, let's go try this again. What do you say? No commentary this time. Only the roar of the 4-bar. from what I can tell, the fuel issue is completely resolved. I think whatever crap was in those two fuel filters, we eliminated it from stopping the blockage. We were just starving the car of fuel. Big motor, need a lot of gas, you know. But anyway, runs really well. We're talking, I mean, same plugs, same points condenser, same cap and rotor. Like I said, I think the points and condenser and the cap and rotor had been changed before the car was parked. So I'm okay with that. Probably need to put new plug wires on it, but it runs that good. I mean, really all I've done is put an Edelbrock carburetor on it, tune it up, you know, or not tune it up, but set the timing on it and file the points. That's really about it. Well, we did change the intake manifold gasket. We did some work on it, okay? What I'm saying is, 65-year-old car, came out of a barn after several decades, needs some TLC, right? Tender, love, and care. In case you don't know what that means, needs some TLC. And that's what we're giving to it, and I'm happy with the progress so far. Look forward to more to come because we got a lot more work to do on this car. But we're going to enjoy it the way it is for now. Anyway, I really appreciate y'all watching my videos and liking them. I hope you continue to like them because there's plenty more where that came from. So until those come along, keep rocking.